All right, you lovely, wonderful people. I wanted to do a little update. It's a request by a viewer. They wanted me to say something about SEI, Say cryptocurrency, the blockchain project, right? They wanted me to say something about this. So I'm going to drop a little bit here. Obviously, we made a video yesterday. We talked about the market and I did warn everybody. I said, guys, put your stop loss and everything. So this guy, he didn't put his stop loss. So it's come to me today and he's called me and he's like, bro, can you talk about Say a little bit? And I'm very bullish on it. I want to hold on to it and see what's going on. Right. So we're looking at Say. I can tell you what's going on, right? I mean, in fact, what I'll do is if you want, I'm actually, no, leave it. I was going to flip the camera over and show you the chart. No point. Right now, the time is 3:10 in the afternoon. I think today is the 22nd of December. So just for reference, so at least you know what time I'm looking at this, right? So when I'm looking at the chart right now, it's at 33 cents. Now, fun fact is day before yesterday, someone actually asked me about Say as well. And that's when it was pumping. And I said, well, if you haven't bought it, then just wait for it. And I'll tell you how I did this. So I took the Fibonacci level, retracement level, and I just put it from the top to the bottom. And I said, right, whatever price today is, I want to put it to the bottom and see where my levels are. And I want to see where the golden zone is. That's where I would want to buy. And I clearly mentioned to this guy, I said, 33 cents to 26 cents is a good buying zone, right? So if it does fall in that, it's a good buying zone. So until then, don't worry, just chill out. It will come there. We are at 33 cents and 70 right now. So 33, I can say, right? So we are there. We did go to, slightly below that. So pretty much, and this is not a financial advice, right? We are definitely in a golden zone right now. According to the Fibonacci, when you do it from the top to the bottom, you can see we're in the golden zone, which means you can buy now, wait, sit around and see what happens, because the next level based on the Fibonacci is around 52 cents. Depending on what timeline you do, if you do a slightly higher timeline, so if I do a monthly timeline, then it's actually 60 cents, right? But monthly, I don't want to do on Fibonacci. I'd like to do weekly, even daily is not a problem, but weekly is a lot more stronger. So based on that, I'm just going to say 52 cents is what I'm looking at. So from 33 to 52 cents, that's not a bad return if you do look at it. But as I said, it's not a financial advice. And one other thing I want everybody to understand, guys, now is not the time to, how would I say this? Okay, look, if we're in a bull market, right? We're definitely in a bull market. And markets are going to pump. Altcoins are going to pump. Bitcoin's going to pump. Ethereum's going to pump. Ethereum actually was lagging yesterday. It's pumped today. Great. Everything's going to pump, right? But all you have to do, and this is all I'm saying, right? You've made money. You're making money. You want to keep your profits. Or even if you're planning to go into some new coins that you were hesitant, right? You're like, oh, should I get in? Should I not? You were worried. And you want to take the opportunity to get into it now. By all means, not a problem, right? All I'm saying, right, just as a, human on this planet, all I'm saying to everybody is, guys, set your stop losses and make sure you have your trailing stops or whatever. Set those up. If your exchange, your platform doesn't allow you to do that, find one that does, right? Because unless you're planning to hodl some of these coins for the next 5-10 years, you shouldn't be doing this. If you're in it for the money, you want to make some money, 10%, 20%, 30%, 40%, 50%, 100%, right? Even 9x, 10x, whatever. You need to have those stop losses in place, because if a significant loss does, like a drop does come in, then you need to be prepared to lose some of your funds, right? Or maybe even some of your profits, lose it, but at least come out with as much of your initial as possible, right? Last night, while I was doing the video, I think KR from Discord did send me a message, right? But because my phone was on do not disturb mode, I didn't see no notification. So he mentioned to talk about Glimmer. Now, what can I say about Glimmer? Glimmer is a fantastic project. I did like it, right? We're talking about Moonbeam, right? But if you look at the original price, the price it was at and the price now, we're still kind of 99% down. Is there hope for it to come back up again? I think there is, right? But are we going to see the prices we've seen before? Probably not, because unless we get closer to our all-time high, or even 50% close to our all-time high, there's no hope to see those big numbers. So if there's a project that's shown you, and I'm giving you an example here, right? So imagine there's a project came out back in the days. There was less amount of coins and the market pumped, and it pumped all the way to $1,000 a coin, which is great. But then all the coins, the supply was available now. Say 1 million coins, 10 million coins, 100 million coins, doesn't matter, a billion coins, doesn't matter. Now the total supply is available. That dilutes the market valuation, right? Because there's now more supply than demand, right? So when you have more supply than demand, and now all of a sudden the token has gone from $1,000 to 10 cents, for example, well, until it gets to $500, there's no hope for it. So to be honest, as much as I love Glimmer, right, GLMR, right, as much as I love it, and I do hold a nice significant, I wouldn't call it major significant, right, but a good enough packet, right, good enough holding bag, right, money I could throw away basically. So I do hold a little bag of it. But do I think it's going to go back to the original price, the all-time high price? Right now, to be honest, no, unless we have a miracle in the market, right? Unless we have some sort of a miracle where everyone decides to go and buy this, we're not going there, right? And I'm going to tell you what the all-time high price was, because this is going to be shocking. So I'm just going to search it right now, GLMR, right? Give me a second, right? Glimmer, the all-time high, and I'm going to go to slightly longer time frame because that way I can see the entire chart, right? And this is going to shock you, right? So this is on Binance. I'm looking at Binance. The all-time high on Binance was $51, right? And currently we're sitting at 16 cents, right? So yes, anyone who's bought it, 37 cents, right? Anyone who's bought it at 16 cents, yes, you've done a 1x, great, like good luck to you, right? And I've been holding since the bottom. In fact, I've been holding probably slightly higher than this price. So I'm still hodling because it's my hodling bag, so I don't really care what price it goes to. But am I optimistic enough to think this might actually have a chance to go to $51 again? To be honest, no. Because right now in the cycle, a lot of the coins that have already come back to its a comfortable level that could say that we might pump are doing the good things, right? So we're not, this one is not closer to that level. We're not even 10% of the way there. Think about it. 10% is $5. We're not even 10% there. So we're still technically 99% down. So I wouldn't pump any more funds into this. If I've got a bag, I'm just going to hold on to that and wish and pray that a miracle happens, because this is going to take a miracle for it to go to $51. Even if it doesn't go to $51, I mean, it's just unbelievable. I mean, where it's settled. So the price that it launched at was 51, and then it went to like $5. It dumped 90% on the same day, right? It dumped 90% on the same day. So guys, do understand what's going on here. And as I said, certain things have to be factored in. Number of coins at that time available to trade, hence why we had a larger price. But once more coins are available, more of these vesting schedules are unlocked and everything as well, all of a sudden now you have a massive market supply, but there's not enough demand. That's what it is, right? And a lot of the projects on Polkadot ecosystem do suffer. Now, one of the ones I do want to mention as a bonus here is Asta, right? A lot of people are looking at ASTR, right? That's doing brilliant. This whole cycle, it's been pumping really nice. So that one has been doing fantastic, in my opinion, compared to all the others. And I am holding a nice little bag of that as well. And there is good hope for that. There was another one, I think it was Centrifuge. They're doing very good as well, right? And DOT I'm not talking about, because DOT, remember, DOT is one of those long-term ones. I mean, the way you got to think about DOT is like Ethereum 2.0, right? Or Ethereum 3.0, right? Because Ethereum's having the 2.0, but DOT is already building that layer, that 3.0 of Web3. And it's interconnecting all of these things. So there's a lot of fun things going on. And as I said, like for me, Moonbeam, Glimmer, right? If we look at it, Moonbeam's a brilliant project. For Polkadot and Ethereum to coexist side by side and work together, Moonbeam, what they create, the EVM compatibility, basically you can go and write your contracts in Solidity and launch it on Polkadot. That's a breakthrough. That's brilliant. The project itself is fantastic. And that's one of the reasons why I'm an early supporter and I'm still hodling, right? Similar way, Polkadot, I'm an early supporter and I'm hodling. I'm not interested in what Polkadot does today. Of course, if it goes to $1,000 a coin, then by all means, I'm going to cash out a little bit. I'm going to wait for the bottom and I'm going to pick it up again, right? Why not? You're going to take some profits, right? But there are projects that, you just throw money out and just wish and pray. And this is one of them that I'm praying that they can actually get back to the level that they launched at. I mean, the launch price was wrong. That's what it is, right? So, but that kind of relates back to my conspiracy theories. And I know a lot of you guys don't like to hear about this. You're probably thinking this guy's lost the plot. But that's, again, the same thing happens. They received a lot of funds from a lot of venture capitals and a lot of private investors, right? And at the time of launch, they even had investments from Binance Ventures and whatnot. So obviously, they dictated what price they want to sell it at. They sold it at $51. They dumped the shit out of it, right? So now everyone else is a bag holder, right? At that time, luckily, I didn't buy. I was just waiting. I was like, right, let it bottom out and I'll buy. So when I saw a comfortable level that I'm willing to go in, I went in, right? And it was way under $1. I can't remember what it was. It was something silly. It was under $1, but it was nowhere near that 16 cents. So I didn't buy the perfect bottom, but definitely got it under the dollar. Also, because I was part of the Polkadot parachains, I actually received a whole bunch of them on Binance as well. So the ones on Binance, funnily, they were sitting there for a little while, and when the market was continuous dumping, they were free. I actually dumped it. I didn't give a shit about them because that's not my holding portfolio. That's not the bag I bought to hold, right? So I dumped those, but I do have some on my holding portfolio, which is separate. On Binance, ASTR, I also received a whole bunch from Parachains, Polkadot Parachains thing as well. And those ones, the little shrapnels I received, because I only put like, I don't know, 20 or 30 dot there. I don't even remember, something silly. I've still got that, but I still have my hodling portfolio. So you've got to understand that I like to separate my portfolios. Like if I don't want to look at it for the next 5 years, I don't want to see it in an exchange, right? It needs to be off change. And if there's something there that I'm willing to dump whatever time, I'll happily dump it. So I think currently the amount I'm holding on Binance is like $100 or something, but I can at least see the performance where it was and where it is now. It was like $40 or $50 or $30, I can't remember. Currently it's $100. I can see how much it's increased and I'm happy with that, right? I'm like, okay, that's not bad. So my portfolio that I'm hodling is also going to be good. So all I'm saying, look, guys, I've been warning you guys enough, and I'm going to continue warning you guys, and I'm going to continue dropping these conspiracy theories, right? Not even conspiracy theories, but just kind of, the 0x files theories, right? So I'm sure later on, sometime in the future, people are going to come back and say, well, hold on, that guy, he did talk about it. And, when that day comes, I'll wait for it, right? But just warning you guys and saying, look, guys, volatility is in, market's going to be pumping, buy whatever it's your money, do whatever you want, go and burn it for all I care, right? That's not the point. All I'm advising you as a human being is, if you've made money, then do everything to keep that profit. That's all I'm saying. You got to keep your profit and safeguard your initial investment, right? Because every time the market pumps, people are going to make money. People are going to make insane amount of money, right? But don't fall for the hype, stay calm. Take a step back and say, okay, look, I've been in it. I put $1,000 in. I made $100. Fair play, no problem. Can I save that $100? Because on the downside, you could end up losing $100 of your initial. So all you have to do is practice how to save, right? And how, so your risks that you're taking are calculated risks. You're like, okay, I'm willing to lose 5%. I'm willing to lose 1%, whatever, or maybe even 10%, right? By all means. But on the upside, if I am making money, then I want to be able to keep as much as possible. I want to keep 90% of that money I made, So if I've made $100, I want to keep $90. So, you got to do those kind of maths, right? And, the volatility is not going to help, by the way, because it's going to be like the market's going to pump 20% and then dump 20%. It will happen. But you got to also be able to constantly keep those funds in your hand, because last thing you want is the market to dump another 90%, and then now you're bag holding for another 5 years, and then you're moaning, I lost money on crypto and this and that. Nobody loses money in crypto because crypto did something. No, nobody loses money because the whole globe is now conspiring to basically take your money. No, you lost money because you didn't practice safeguards, right? That's the only reason. So that's what I'm preaching right now. I'm telling everybody, guys, go and safeguard your coins, put your trailing stop, put your stop losses, and then that way you can actually keep the profits you make, and then you're the boss. Do you know what I mean? So other than that, look, market itself, let me go into the market and see what the market's doing. I'm just going to have a quick glance. So I'm not really looking at anything interesting. So total market cap currently sitting at $1.61 trillion, close to 1.62, which is okay. I don't see any issues at all. BTC has dipped a little bit. It's at 43,597 right now. Ethereum's doing fantastic. Ethereum's pumped. It's done the opposite, 2,322 right now. Brilliant. DOT a bit shaky around the $8. Ain't complaining. Solana at 94, not complaining. It did dip a little bit earlier on, go to, I think it went to $92, back to 94, possibly going to start pumping up even further. So again, I'm not complaining about any of this, right? Cardano sitting at 61 cents, ain't complaining. eGold sitting at $60, again, not complaining, right? eGold has a long way to go. So eGold is another one similar to Glimmer because of where eGold has been, right? But at least it's 10%, so I'm okay with that. I want to see eGold start pumping a little bit more. That would be really, really nice. I know a lot of you guys like a bit of Gala. Gala's just shit anyway. It doesn't matter. I don't really give a shit about that, right? AVAX has already performed very, very well. Currently, I mean, it's already done about 400%. Currently sitting at $44. Ain't complaining. I want to see where AVAX goes. I'm going to just wait, sit back, relax, and see what that does, right? Matic has been performing very well, to be honest, right? Compared to the entire market, Matic has been doing very well. And the reason is because it seems USDC is helping Matic. You can actually send USDC without any fees on the Matic network, right? I think using Coinbase or something like this, and the Base network as well, right? So definitely Coinbase's Base blockchain is helping a lot of these things, and they're creating these things, and USDC is obviously partnering and saying, look, we're not going to charge you any fees for doing this. So they're trying to encourage more and more people to use USDC, right? And that's why Matic is doing good. Also, a lot of new projects are actually launching on Matic as well. So more and more people are using Matic. I myself have considered using Matic to do certain things. However, the one blockchain I am looking deeply, I want to do something on Base. I'll be honest with you. So I'm kind of, because we're not final, I haven't launched anything yet. And the EVM, the contract, the smart contract that we have, the Ethereum smart contract we have, the ERC20 to be precise, right? The contract we have. Good thing about it is because I haven't deployed it yet, I could potentially deploy it on Base. So I haven't decided yet, but you guys let me know what you think, because I really want something really cheap, cheerful and fun, but on a new blockchain, and dominate the shit out of it, right? Where we're the number one, right? Imagine being the Uniswap of Base, right? That would be brilliant. I'm sure there are others there, but imagine we become that. Imagine we're the top dog, right? We're the top meme coin of Base chain, or probably Matic or whatever, but I'm trying to look at new blockchains and say, can we be the top dog of that new blockchain? Do you know what I mean, right? Because then you're dominant, you have the top tier. And that's what I think that I should be looking into more, because that gives us much more, how do I say this, right? This is quite interesting. So imagine you want to showcase your product to the sharks, right? Well, here you are, you're the lone shark or the lone wolf, and everyone can see you, right? And then more and more people will be interested. So that's what I'm looking at anyways. I don't want to go too far into this. But yeah, it should be very, very interesting. Other than that, guys, market looking okay, doing its thing. Daily's looking okay. I ain't complaining about daily. Weekly, as I said before as well, yes, it is still looking a bit weak. So, just be careful on the weekly. That's one of the reasons why I'm saying stop losses and everything as well. It's very important. But yeah, other than that, my God. So I'm just looking at some of these other coins. I mean, I'm looking at Rune. Rune is at $5.34, which is not a bad deal. I wouldn't be complaining about Rune. But yeah, I'm looking at, there's so many coins that I used to hold, which are completely gone to shits now. So I ain't looking at them anymore. There is one coin I am looking at, STX, right? Blockstacks. Have a look at Blockstacks and have a look at DYDX, right? Those two I am looking at. DYDX I'm looking at because of their liquidity and their leverage trading mechanism. I think if, with a lot of centralized exchanges causing a lot of issues around the globe for retail investors to buy, sell and do it. By the way, institutions are fine. It's just retail investors are getting shafted. I think, things like DYDX and this and that may see some volatility, let's just say that, right? And possibly could pump. But I haven't seen anything come back yet. I haven't seen anything come to them yet. So, just play with cautious. That's what I'm going to say. As I said to you on last video as well, guys, I'm not doing anything until January. So whatever the market does, I mean, even if today BTC goes to 70K, right, goes to 100K, I'm still staying off it. Even though I'm telling you, like, this video was meant for say blockchain, right? Going to 33 cents to 26 cents is a good buying zone. I'm still not going to buy, right? I'm still not going to buy. I'm still not going to buy. I told you I have a gut feeling and you know, an intuition that says to me that something's not right here. And if I'm telling you something's not right here, the last thing I want to do is go and jump in, right? No, I'm not going to dive in. I'm going to stand back, watch the market, let it do what it needs to do, right? But at the same time, all I'm doing is just warning you guys, just be careful, be cautious, don't fall for the hype traps, because that's what you're going to get. A lot of people who have absolutely no idea what's really going on and don't really care what goes on, because the more they can hype, the more they can get rewarded from you. And what I mean by that, for example, it's usually the big boys out there, the big YouTube channels, the big influencers, right? They don't give a damn what they say to you. They just give a damn about how many views they get, right? I don't give a shit about the views because I don't even get many views. If that makes sense, right? So for them, it's all about the views. It's all about engagement. It's all about keeping the community moving and rallied. And if they can hype them, then they can probably show some coin in there that they're holding and they can pump it up even more so they can dump it, right? That's what really happens. So in my case, none of that is happening. I've always been very transparent with you guys. I've always told you, you know, what I'm doing and how I'm playing the game. And then obviously you decide what you do. As I said, I'm not a financial advisor. I mean, what I'm saying right now could potentially make you $1 billion or potentially lose you $1 billion, but I'm not getting involved. I'm saying, look, this is not a financial advice. You do what you want to do. Obviously, it's your money. Go and burn it. Do whatever you want to do. But what I'm thinking and how I'm playing the market is all I'm talking about, nothing more. But yeah, other than that, like, share, subscribe, and I'll catch you on another one very soon. I probably won't make another video later on this evening, but probably tomorrow, day after. If not, have a good Christmas, have a good New Year. I'll see you guys very soon anyway. Adios, my amigos.